These days are pretty scary.
All right,
right
we're
now,
live. Welcome back, everybody.
Oh,
Episode
no.
58. We are nearing the end of our campaign. Happy
boy.
Thursday, everyone. We're nearing the end of the week. I'll just remind everybody we have been uploading our videos to YouTube and Spotify, so check us out on there. Other than that, not really too many things to talk about, so we're just going to go right into the session. I want to make sure audio is working all good. It looks like it is rocking fine. So where you guys left off last time, you were able to defeat Ober and Sarah and plant down or reset all the bombs and start making your way out. As you start leaving the building from the front door, forgetting that you had to communicate with a certain undercover operative to bamf you out, the building explodes and immediately two portals appear. At that immediate moment, one portal appears, two people, specifically Prince Rivas Sarah and a specific what looks like a some kind of witch you've never met before. And then out of the other one seems to come out with a small platoon of soldiers. Immediately, they start walking out. As this process is going on, because that's where we left off, what do you guys want to do first as this is happening?
Corbin?
Oh, it's the same. Is that me?
Yeah.
That's your character's
Time
name.
to shine.
Yeah, I know. No. Corbin's my name? What? I mean, you know what? To be fair, at this point, I don't even think Corbin's convinced that that's, like, his real name.
What is that?
So,
I mean,
like,
it's not.
what?
We've already stated that. It's not Corbin's real name.
But it is now.
Thanks for the reminder.
Well, I mean, after
Sure.
this, you are the only Corbin left that we know of.
Oh, thanks.
We did
That's so
kinda love
reassuring.
Corbin was given
Sharing.
a numerical identification number, and it's just you thought it said Corbin.
The building blew up, so you are the only one left. So
You are
Assuming no one
the
else.
final. You are the. There can only be
Yeah.
one.
I am the one.
Us.
So, like, what exactly is around us? Just because the map is kind of just, like, the overall...
Okay,
like,
so
city.
where you guys are now, because I'm not going to zoom it in unless we actually go into combat. So,
Oh, we're going into combat. Come on now.
okay.
We're right here, aren't
Are
we?
we like
Yes,
here?
that is exactly where you
Like,
guys
right
are. So this spot right here is the door that you guys escaped from.
Mhm.
This side, you guys can't pass because you don't have a key to exit out of the doorway. Everything is locked down. The portals are coming from this wall, so they're coming towards you as you're leaving the building. Between the door that you're leaving from and the door that the ring is on is roughly about 200 feet.
Okay.
All of it is rough terrain, but the pathway that you guys are walking on, which is called the Royal Path, it is completely flat, solid cement. That 10-foot wide space is, like 15-foot wide space, is perfectly level terrain. Kind of where you are right now is almost kind of getting flanked. So like there's a portal here, which Rivas and this unknown female is coming through, and then there's a portal here, which has the one elite and the 10 officers coming through. They immediately are coming through as if they're kind of know that you're there.
Hey, so I can make my own portal, but the problem is there's a wall.
Uh-huh.
So, maybe it's just, like, me and my perception, but, like, I feel like 500 feet is a very far away way to be able to see, like, for a normal person. Like, I don't exactly know how far 500 feet is, but, like, it says choose 2 points on the ground that you can see, one within 10 feet of you and one within 500 feet of you. But I feel
Okay.
like seeing something 500 feet away
So
is...
first off, yes, the spell requires you to see that distance. Now, theoretically, what it's saying is if you see a building 500 feet away, you can bamf to that building.
Mhm.
You don't have to
So
see the
can-
exact spec of it, but here's the thing. these walls,
Mm-hmm.
they're 100 feet high.
Right.
And I'm assuming
Where
there's
are
no,
these?
there's not like skyscrapers or anything like that.
No, so from this distance, you can maybe see the top of the light towers,
Mhm.
but
About it.
you wouldn't be able to necessarily see the physical entrance, so you would essentially teleport into a wall.
Cool.
Mm,
Is it 100 feet each wall, 100 feet flat, or is it 100 feet each ring? Like,
So
like
the
does
height,
it descend? Or...
the ring is completely flat.
Okay.
Oh,
It's
Yeah.
the from what you can assume, unless it's dug into the ground a little bit, at least from ground floor, measured all the way to the top, is completely a perfectly flattened, smooth, rounded surface, 100 feet high. You guys do know that when you're inside of the house, when you got transported into the island, the other walls are smaller. As if you go further in, the walls are higher as far as a barricade towards the center building. So you could assume like this one's 100 feet, the second ring is maybe 75 feet, and the
Okay,
third
so
ring
it
is
is a
probably
little
50 feet.
tapered.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the rings are not
Cool.
connected. This picture is essentially just showing a depth perception. So the distance between this door and this door is the same
Mhm.
distance on the opposite side of the rings.
Okay. That's fair.
we would be able to technically walk on top of the rings, right?
You
What
could
you're saying? Is it
definitely try.
We can try, but if we fall, it's a
Wanna-
100-foot drop.
It is
or
a 100-foot
75-foot
drop.
So-
The other thing too is, again, painting a picture for you. This is requiring you to get past these soldiers and to somehow climb up a smooth surface. Like there is no spots to these surfaces that are meant for climbing. It's like a tapestry of a ring. There's no. It's not like there's broken pieces where you can put your hands in to kind of grab your way up.
Could I put the portal on top of the ring?
I have.
How wide of a
Bamf
spot
us
does the
out.
portal need for you to land on? Does it require a certain space width?
It says 10 feet in diameter.
10 feet in diameter. So theoretically,
And
yes.
I guess I can change the direction of the ring, so like maybe I can have it stand up so that way we can
Diagonal.
so that way we're not like, yeah. So that way we can spread out. But then again, that still brings up the problem of we have a drop.
So
like-
I guess I was expecting
so
something
is
different
that-
here.
Yes.
Okay, is that the only thing you have is the portal?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I was actually kind of
Okay.
expecting you just to vamp out of the whole island itself. So
Yeah,
this is
I got
was
a-
expecting a little bit something different. If you are just so again painting a
I
scenario
wish
here.
I could, but I can't.
You can. This is where I was saying that there's a way you can do this, but I'm not going to tell you how.
Oh well.
So
Shush, Andrew.
again,
I don't see you coming up with any ideas.
Well,
this is
it
all
sounds like Sarah might have an idea too. So
again. We'll before we proceed, I just want to make sure we understand. If you teleport yourself there, how do you get down?
Right.
Also,
Oh, help!
you now have to cross a 75-foot, then a 50-foot, and then how do you leave the island? The island is roughly about 10 miles off the ground.
Mhm.
So,
And how
Glad I
far
can
is-
fly.
also,
how
do
far
you have
is-
the spell slots available since you guys haven't had a long rest in roughly 5 sessions?
Yes. Yes. That is why I saved that spell slot.
Okay.
Because I plan ahead.
Now, if anybody has ideas, go ahead.
Yeah.
There are 3 scenarios that I kind of planned out for this essential session. There is
How
confrontation.
far is the
there's
island from the mainland? Like, is it...
10 miles.
Oh, okay.
You drop, you die. Now there are floating ships that are parked down here, but none of you know how to operate them.
Right.
None of you are even sailors, so none of you even know how to just
It
control a
wouldn't
ship
help.
on sea without magical
Besides, if we
properties.
put Alora on a boat, we're gonna have a whole other set of problems.
We could kidnap a sailor.
So
This
Oh,
is
yeah,
a flying ship. It's not over water. I'm good. That's fine.
Taking into account you are in the Imperial capital, if you
Correct.
somehow figure out how
Excuse me.
to do this correctly, get over that ring, I will definitely tell you now there are more soldiers
Oh,
out
undoubtedly.
there.
Mhm.
So,
That's what I'm saying. I was like, oh, we're getting into combat. It's just a matter of when and versus who.
mm-hmm.
Can Sarah, you had an idea if you want to go first.
I got two different things. So I have just throwing it out as ideas to the group. I have a
Yes.
spell called Etherealness that I have a one spell slot open where I can target myself
And three
sorry,
others.
and it was either myself and three others or three people including myself.
Okay.
So I don't hold on. Up to 3 willing creatures including you. So like I can get me and two other people. Just the ethereal plane can't be harmed. We also can't mess with like people in this plane. I also have plane shift where you and up to 8 willing creatures transport to a different plane of existence. However, I am having a brain fart on if we have gone to any other planes of existence other than where your first character died.
No, so none of you
I
have...
don't think we know about any others besides that one.
No, okay, so I will allow... This is kind of bringing up something good. I'll allow everyone to give me just an even flat history check to see if they are familiar with any other realms, planes of existence, or alternate realities.
That is then just no advantage.
Nope.
DC would be 17.
The rogues did really well.
Natural 20 for a
Alright,
20.
fair enough.
Yeah,
I got
you
one.
guys
I
did
got
great.
a 20.
17 or higher for if to required. So we got the rogues.
I also got a 21.
21.
Nice.
So for most of you, the different planes of existence are also the different realms of existence. They're kind of the same thing. So naturally, there are 9 different planes of existence that exist in your overall universe. There's yours right now, which is called the center plane. It is a plane that is mostly dominated by humans and occasionally is crossed between Fae, which has created different kind of versions of elves, half orcs, so on and so forth, breeding between different kinds. There is the plane of the gods, which is where the gods were first born before they decided to start basically becoming capital G gods and decided to start dominating over mortals. There's the hell plane, which there are many hells that exist, but there is the true hell plane, which is like the underworld. There is the angelic plane, which is the exact opposite. It's essentially if you ascend, die, and you are a true patron of a certain god, you essentially ascend to this plane. Basically a celestial heaven.
Mm-hmm.
There is the void. The void is an absence of essentially everything. What you live is your hell. It is essentially a blackness, and you don't die to go there. Someone just sends you there because you are cursed to a death worse than death. There's the Fey realm, which is the most commonly known one outside of your realm itself, which are elves, different other Fey creatures that exist that chose not to go to your realm. Fairies, giants, the true bloodlines before they started mixing around. I'll say the only other one that you guys would know of would essentially be the God, what am I calling it? What are they called? Realm of the Titans. Basically, the only creatures that don't exist in this realm. They're gods that dictate their own thing, and they're essentially the same thing as you would find in Greek mythology. titans that essentially follow different rule bases than gods themselves, and have been constantly at war.
So in the first campaign, when those other gods ascended or came down, the like ones that were in the mountain, like
Mhm.
that were like giants, they came from the Feywilds then?
Yeah, they came from the Feywilds.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
So
Okay.
the ice giants,
wondered. Yeah.
came from the Feywild. Yeah.
So maybe we go to the Feywild because maybe that's safer
Now,
than all the
Yeah,
others.
correct me if
so
I'm
it is.
correct me if I'm wrong.
Mhm.
The dictation is you have to have been there, correct?
You can specify a target destination in general terms if you're trying. Hold on, it's giving it like specific example. It just says
Send me the
transfer to a
what's
plane
the ability you're doing?
The spell is
Plane
called
shift.
Plane Shift. It's a 7th level conjuration.
What Joe has planned, what his players do.
Get back here, you little shit.
If it is a plane of existence that I know, then I can take y'all to the angelic plane.
Okay, so you want
Ooh. 'Cause I
upload
have been
willing
dead before.
creatures who
Quite a
link
few
hands
times,
in a
so-
circle can transfer to a different plane of existence. You can specify target destination, general terms such as the city of brass on the. Okay, so you got to pick a specific location inside the realm that you. So you
I
have to
said-
know the name of it. Or no, you
says
can
you
specify. You can. And you appear in or near that destination if you are trying to reach this. Okay, blah blah. Blah. That's an example.
Right, that's why I was like, okay.
Alternatively, if you know the sigil sequence of teleportation circle, which is what I was expecting Corey to do, on another plane of
I
existence,
don't think I
the
have
spell
access
can-
to that.
You're a wizard.
No?
You can constantly change your spells.
You're a what? Sorry.
Only when we have
A
a
wiz-
rest.
A wizard, Corey. You're a wizard, Corey.
If
don't
the
know what reference
teleportation
that was.
circle is too small to hold all the creatures, they can appear in the closest occupied space. Oh, that's right. Yeah, most people use this to banish other people. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Oh,
So it does look like it's a one-way spell, but I do have one 7th level and one 8th level spell slot open, so I could
Okay.
just cast it once to
Baff
get
us
us
back.
and then boof us back, specifically not here.
I
maybe we
like
can have a
this
long rest.
idea.
I like this idea.
I like this idea.
My third option was just to pray to my God, be like, God, please help me.
Okay.
Hail Mary.
All right, so
Hail
Full of
Mary.
grace.
because
For
we're
real.
essentially pausing time to talk outside the
Yeah.
game for this.
Yeah.
So before I resume time, is there anybody else that has another thing that they want to kind of bring up or mention or had an idea for?
Thing that tops that.
All right.
No.
So just because I'm gonna just kind of move with a few things in case you guys decide to change your mind once dialect starts. So we're resuming time. You see all these people come out of the portals. You see Revis exit out, along with a female, what looks kind of like a confidant, a witch of some kind. Pull her up on the screen for you guys.
She's gonna be spooky.
Where did I put her? There we go.
A little spook.
Okay.
Holding
Oh, she's cool looking.
what looks like a emerald staff, and then summoning a book with eldritch energy. The soldiers immediately come out. Before I continue, are you going to do it right away?
Circle up.
Okay. so you
Everybody circle up. Hold hands.
get- okay.
Feathers.
And
I'll
then
grab hands.
Okay. Okay. Is everybody doing it? Everybody in the
Yep,
circle?
I grab Eos.
Yes, we're
Okay,
all
cool.
in the circle.
Yes. Angelic plane.
Okay. So you immediately, all of a sudden it starts, all the energy around you kind of like starts enveloping from Cargrum. And as it connects, almost kind of like, you can just, what kind of color do you want it to be?
Yellow.
Yellow. Okay,
Black.
so this yellow ethereal glow is
Basic.
starting to cast out from your body, and it starts connecting through all the appendages as you guys are holding each other's hands. As it starts off as a very lightness that comes through, as all of a sudden it almost feels like you're floating for a second, but then you also instead of you flying, it almost looks like the whole realm that you're in is now like leaving your feet. As everything starts disappearing around you, as everything just drops, it almost looks like you just kind of take off from this plane of existence. I just want to make sure there's no specific anything that gets in the way of it. Okay, so it takes a few minutes as you guys are all kind of looking at each other awkwardly. Maybe you guys have never been really used to holding each other's hands.
Sweaty.
But essentially,
Someone's clammy.
for a lot of the people in this group, because leaving the plane of existence is not common for you, you do feel kind of like a sense of like a weird weight on yourself, like almost like the first time you've ever flown. Like it's just awkward and maybe gives you a head rush. Maybe you have a fear of maybe looking beneath you because you literally do not see what's underneath your feet.
Who else throwing up?
Oh, good. And we're all
Okay.
floating too.
Like,
This is great.
you do
We're
feel
flying.
your
Not even
feet
flying.
planted on something, but literally there's an absence of space. Like you literally just see like a mixture of darkness mixed with the ethereal energy that the celestial energy that courses through Cargrim's body, and after a little bit, clarity starts coming in. Images start popping up as some of you start smelling, like almost like the smell of like fresh grass and leaves, and bark off of trees, and almost feel wind coming against your cheeks. You said you wanted to go to the angelic realm, correct? Just making sure
Yes.
that. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So you start kind of almost feeling like there's like this natural, not like an aggressive wind, but just a nice calming, like as it comes at you, you kind of smell, just like you can clearly smell that you're like in a field of some kind. And then
Fig is very, very uncomfortable.
if any of you don't naturally wear shoes, which is probably like hell, you start feeling like
Yeah, hell, and
grass
I was gonna say,
between your
Corbin
between
doesn't
your
have
toes.
his. Corbin has grass in between his hoofsies.
And
Ungulate.
you start hearing, kind of like a flapping of wings above you. As you all start looking around, images start to come in, almost like you are inside of a painting. Someone drawing it as you guys are going inside of it. As you immediately kind of come back as this bright light comes in from compared to the realm that you were just in, where you were in a dark night sky, as you just start seeing humanoid creatures with large white wings flying up in the distance, as if this is a natural way of moving in this realm. You are standing.
He else wants to fly up there, but he can't.
Don't,
I'm like,
don't
no!
let go. Don't let go. Nope.
You all start seeing that you are in a large, just open field, something that does not exist in your realm anymore due to the constant war and fighting and turmoil that even in the Elven Kingdom this does not exist. It's this long, as far as the eyes can see, beautiful field with floral that just exists in just random spots of all different kind of flowers, some that you have no idea what they are. Some of them look familiar, some of them don't. As you just see just creatures flying over places, to your eyes look like angels as they're flying over, some of them with golden wings, some of them with more of an iridescent color. Excuse me. And the air almost is like cleaner in this area as you kind of just take it in, and you've never really noticed how maybe bad the area that you're in is just kind of distorted.
Let go of your guys' hands. I like stretch out.
Nope.
Fall back.
Nope.
Like
I
a
immediately
baby.
oh Lord,
Nope.
man, again, like,
No,
you
Climate
will
will-
die here. If you let go, you stay here and you're dead.
by the ankle.
Don't do that
By
again.
the ankle.
That grab?
I literally
Nope.
grab Elle's hand and don't
Oh.
let go. Like I'm got the other hand.
I
And
did
you're
the same
just
thing with
like,
the
it's
oath.
gonna be like
Yep.
crushing your hand because
Yeah.
Corbin feels very awkward and out of place, seeing as that he is a tiefling, which is known for not
The opposite.
Not being
angelic.
there.
And so he feels like very out of place, like aside from
Slightly
being
disgusted.
all like all plaguey in a pure place, and then being like what's typically a devil-y type race in a city of angels. He's like, I definitely don't belong here. I stick out probably more than anybody else here.
Carger,
Fair.
where did you
Just
take
saying.
us?
Okay.
Cargrim saved our ass.
So,
Let's be honest.
Cargrim,
That's true.
well, because of the rum you were sent to, this would affect anybody with religious ties to, which is only you. So you automatically get 3 spell slots back for going to the realm of the angels.
Holler.
And
Any spell slots?
3. We just get 3 spell slots. So if you want to apply them to like a 5th level spell, and you had like 2 spell slots left, you can give yourself a 5th level spell. Whatever you want.
And
That
Corbin
face.
loses 3 because he's a tiefling.
Aw.
Aw.
Don't place that on yourself.
Yeah. Could have capped.
Don't wish
How
this
long
into
do you stay
existence.
in this? How long do you stay in this plane before you bamf back?
So, I'm assuming after we Alora tries to let go and me and Flip are like, nope, and pull her back. I would assume that Cargrim would just kind of say the spell shortly after that, just to make sure everybody's hands still interlocked. Okay, let's go. And then I would like to specify when we go back to you said it was the center plane?
Yeah, it's a center plane. Yep.
Okay. I would like to specify that we go back to our safe house in the center plane. So, at least we'll be by it, if not in it.
Which safe house?
Oh, Fig? Which safe house?
Oh shoot! I'm supposed to remember this.
There are
Cargrim's gonna
3
look to you
designations of
because
places that
you know
we've
more
classified
about-
as safe house. So which one?
Well,
Should-
I'm assuming the safe house we were supposed to. That dude was supposed
Bamf
to.
back to where the guy was supposed to take us
Okay.
back to.
Yeah.
That one. Yeah.
So I'll tell you what. If you can remember that guy's name, this will work.
Somebody look in your notes. Look in your notes. In the
Ketar?
notes.
You say
Ketar?
Ketar?
That's what
Okay.
I don't know.
No,
Man
I
who is in charge
Amanda.
of explosive mission.
Amanda, look for your notes.
I'm looking. Okay, that was our white red. Those are armbands.
That was only like a month
red.
ago.
Belzeman?
Blonde elf with 1 green eye and 1
Eye.
damaged silver eye.
Silver
He's a
eye.
guild member.
See,
Gives
that's
a
what I have written down
green,
too.
blue, purple wristband.
You have the
Is
description.
it for that?
Okay.
Kate, like I said, I have K-E-T.
I have Hal here's the calamity, objectives, tear them, and the building to smithereens.
You know, I
Beautiful.
wasn't here for introduction as I was too busy throwing rocks at peasants down below, so...
My magic will fuck with
I wasn't
concentration
there
is the
during
notes I
that
have, so I
episode,
don't know.
I wasn't there during that episode, so I can't help.
His
I have
name
his.
was.
Oh God.
I gave what I
Like-
thought the name was, but apparently not.
Well, I'm not saying if it's right or wrong. We're just gonna go. You guys are gonna have to pick a name, and I'm only gonna go off of one choice. So if that's what you want to go by, we'll
Wait,
see how that works.
what are we?
Wait.
I have
Soldier.
Katar Belzeman, man who's in charge of explosive mission, green eye and a damaged silver eye, blonde elf with a great sword.
You got my vote.
Oh, okay.
Yep, go
That
for
makes more
that.
sense. Yeah, I love that. I thought you were saying keytar, like
Like a guitar?
with a keyboard. And I was like,
He's a
Man-
bard.
guitar.
He's a bard with
They're
a
the,
great
they're the most
sword.
fun instrument.
Yeah, no, let's do that.
Okay. All right.
But yeah,
So,
keep her.
so you close your eyes as
Oh
immediately
yeah, him.
you get pulled back out as just how you left the other realm. This one, you start seeing everything re-disappear from you again, as it goes back to no smell, no feel. As it, for 10 minutes again, it gets disappeared. As everything just goes blank this time. I need everyone to give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh shoot.
No.
I'm so good at these.
So good.
We're all gonna pass out. It's gonna be great.
Hmm.
I'm gonna use one of my
do
lucky
I-
points.
Oh,
I think I want to. I think I have one more.
Yes,
Re-roll
it's
it.
1 for reroll, 2 for advantage, right? Eventually,
Oh,
I'll
that's
remember how that works.
inspiration.
No,
Much
Oh,
better.
1 for advantage,
Good,
2 for
thank you.
reroll.
Oh, I don't have.
I'm
Okay.
going to use
That-
2 of my lucky points.
I'm spending 1 of mine.
I am out of lucky points.
ooh.
Oh no.
Oh, actually, I have one
Well, I'm-
inspiration, but I'm
Let's
mistaken.
see. Let me see something. There
Probably
might be-
not.
I got a
that's
27.
dex.
Nice.
DC is
Yes, you.
15, so just let me know if you succeeded or not.
Can I spend 2 inspirations and reroll?
Yeah, if you got them.
All succeeded.
Okay. What was the DC?
15.
15, 1
I'm
5.
I'm right at 15.
Then that's
So
fine. Then you
is it-
succeed.
Okay.
Did anybody fail?
Yes. Me and Hal did.
So, as it's kind of coming back, all of you recognize how this is going. As you start entering the realm, things start happening based on senses. Sense of touch, taste, smell, sound, everything like that is starting to activate. This time, it doesn't seem like a pleasant landing. You almost feel like you're being landed into kind of like an earthquake. Things start shaking before you even see things happen. Like you actually see like almost like a vibration, like the darkness you're in is water. Like it starts shaking around you. As Kugum, you focus to make sure it works. It starts holding tight on the hands, and you immediately focus. You don't know what happened, if anything went wrong or not, but you all open up your eyes and you're inside the house. Currently Qatar is not here, but you are successfully in this house, but you do hear a roaring commotion outside. Soldiers are ready. It looks like they are on the hunt for something, most likely you. They're going down alleyways. They are questioning people in their houses. What would you guys like to do? You would have, because there's only one spot in this whole place that all of you could have stand in once. You're currently in his quote unquote living area. That's the only spot where all 8 of you could have been in a circle.
Is there places to hide in here?
No, his area. So because you weren't here for this, so his area is kind of like a big, huge like studio suite. It's a like it has a loft bedroom. A decent sized living room that also has the kitchen, front door, and a side like washroom, and then the ladder that leads up to the loft also leads up to the rooftop.
So he doesn't have a crawl space underneath.
Not that you know of, no. You do know that he has a secret spot that he holds all of his stuff, but it's not a crawl space. It's where he kept all the bombs. It's probably just big enough to fit Alora and maybe Fig, but that's pretty much it.
Well, I am going to say, get over here fast. I'm going to go through his wardrobe, and I'm going to use my disguise kit and quickly alter everyone.
That's good.
Don't look
Change-
like
Ooh, makeover.
Okay.
I'll change into looking like a one of the guards.
Okay, so Alora, if you're gonna
Smart.
work on everyone's outfit minus Fig,
Mhm.
give me. Are you trying to focus on time or efficiency?
Probably efficiency. I
Okay.
know we're short on time, but
Okay, if you're gonna
Probably
focus on
efficiency.
efficiency, that's fine. Give me your dexterity plus your proficiency.
X plus what would my
Proficiency bonus, which is I believe is a plus
Oh.
5.
Plus 6?
Plus 6?
Plus 6.
Okay, so a
Yeah.
15. Since you're focused more on efficiency, that's fine, but it is going to take you some time. You start off with whoever you want first. Let's say you start off with Hal, and you're finding out that you're just a little off kilter due to whatever happened at the end of the return trip. Again, none of you really knows if something bad happened or not, but it's almost kind of giving you like a sense of vertigo. You're trying to like put on like makeup on Hal, and it's just not working. Eventually it does hit, but the overall time it's
Like
going to
a
take you to
Van
get
Gogh.
the whole group minus Fig, obviously, is going to be about 2 hours.
Okay.
Ugh.
We'll see if we get to that amount of time. In the order of who you want to dress up, what is the order you want to do? It doesn't have to be Hal. I was just using an example. So we have yourself.
Probably Hal, just because I think he's gonna take the hardest.
All right, Hal.
Bird.
I just need a top hat.
Bird.
Birdman.
What are you gonna do with Eos?
Who would go?
Yeah.
Who would go second? Don't forget, you would have to
Mustache.
technically disguise yourself too.
Then Corbin
Corbin,
and Cargrim
Pegram.
and me.
This is-
While you're working on Hal and Corbin, Cargrim would like to try to like makeshift a disguise with like
Yes.
0 skill in it.
I love it.
And like go to Laura and be like, "This good? Yeah,
All right.
yeah."
This is like
cosplay at
like
the
a bucket
hotel
on my
room.
head, like
Just getting
yeah.
in a
So you can
Yeah.
try to.
Okay.
Do you,
We've got
so,
the glasses
Cargrim, do you
with the
have
nose
a
and the
disguise
mustache.
kit in your repertoire?
No, I just want to
No,
like
he
look
just
around
wants to
at
he's
like
doing it as
household
comedy.
items.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's
Like-
just trying to...
He's
It's
grabbed
not
his
gonna be an
sheet.
Got
actual
it.
disguise.
Okay.
There's not.
He's grabbed his.
Yeah.
So
He's
because
got
the
toga.
overall time of this is going to take 2 hours, I'm going to say it's going to take half an hour per person, including Laura herself. During this
Okay.
time, we're going to start off with Hal. Hal, you can't do anything during this process. Laura, you can't be doing anything in this process. For the other 3 people, what would you like to do while Laura is getting Hal ready?
I'm gonna stand by the door and look, like just listen in and see if there's like a way to. Is there like a peephole through the door or whatever?
There's no people, but the door has like one of those like stained glass, like half oval windows on top,
Oh,
kind of
okay.
like that.
I'm just gonna I'm gonna stay there because if like my idea is if guard comes to like check the house, if I look like a guard, I can be like, I already looked at this one, you know,
Okay.
and
Yeah, like walk out.
Give
Like
me-
it's
Yeah.
all
All right,
empty.
Fig,
Yep.
give me a perception check. This will be not immediate. This is just going to be as you're checking the door throughout time.
okay.
Okay, so 19, got that. Okay, Corbin and Cargrim, what would you like to do?
Well, Cargrim's gonna make that stupid joke about the bucket on his head. Be like, "Ah,
Fair
I'm all
enough.
set," and then be like, "Ha ha ha." Well, I don't think that'll take me 30 minutes. So it might be a while for me to find the bucket. So yeah, we'll say I'm doing that.
Bucket the mop head.
Corbin.
I mean, I was gonna see if I could try and figure out like what direction they were coming from.
Okay,
If
so
that makes any sense.
so how would you like to do that?
With my ears.
Right, are you going to go up
Ma.
to the door,
Sorry.
which is currently being occupied by Fig? Are you going to go on the rooftop?
That was great.
Okay.
With my ears.
With my ears.
Quote of the night.
Yeah, no, he's gonna just try and like listen through the door. He doesn't want to go on the roof in case they got people in the sky because he's worried about that.
Okay, so you can give me a perception check too. Just like with Fig, this is just going to be progressive as it goes on.
Mm-hmm.
Keep yourself hidden though, because if they come to the door, I'm totally going.
Yeah,
out there
no.
and be like,
Don't worry, Fig. I know not to get in the way of whatever you're doing.
good. Are
What'd you get,
guys
Corbin?
sad?
I got an 8.
8.
It's great.
Great.
So the first half an hour passes. Alora, just give me another disguise check for specifically Hal. Ooh.
So it's another 15.
Well, that's
So
good.
I can't do math.
That's a
It's
12.
6 plus 6. That's a 12.
Okay. So Hal, whether you think you look fabulous or not, it's a hard pass. Like it's you still have the beak, you still got the claw feet, you still got the wings, but yeah, a top hat on, maybe a different coat. You're a different
Mongrel.
Aircroak altogether. Who knows if
I'm a
it'll work?
different
Who knows if
person.
it won't?
Different per person.
So next up will be working on Corbin. Corbin, you'll have to leave the door if you want to have the disguise kit on. Before that happens, Fig and Corbin, as you're listening in through the door, Corbin, you're not really getting too much out of it. Maybe the door's a little too thick. Maybe you're kind of getting a little distracted by watching Hal get makeup put on and stuff like that. Not really hearing too
Yeah.
much.
That's
Fig, as you're listening in, you're trying to use your specific thieves training to really listen into things that are hidden in plain sight. As you really focus in, you're hearing bits of pieces of information, and you're not really getting a full sentence from anybody. You figure out 3 things. 1, they're not actually checking out houses; they're checking out businesses. They're assuming they're assuming you guys didn't get in the houses.
Okay.
2 is that it sounds that you're getting a word that the soldiers are going to eventually leave this area and move into the inner ring, to think that they're going to be able to corner them in, keep surrounding them inwards to Reefus, which should be within the next 10 minutes. They should be leaving this area pretty soon. 3, you found out that apparently the building did not explode, even though you guys saw it explode.
Oh.
Shoot.
You literally saw it turn into rubble.
So it was an illusion.
Well, we can't worry about that now.
I'm just gonna. Well, first I have to relay that all to you guys. You can't say that unless I tell you.
Corbin's just saying that into the nothing.
Yeah. Corbin's just thinking to himself, Corbin's had a couple days, all right?
I'm gonna let Gramps know what I heard and be like, yeah, so I don't know if our mission actually worked.
Okay.
Also during this time, you guys technically taking a short rest. You guys aren't going to do anything extraneous, right?
Nope.
Right.
Okay, so you guys can technically do a short rest now if you would like. If you do want to technically spend more time in this area and you don't want to leave anytime soon, you want to stay here for 8 hours, you guys can technically take a long rest. But it require you guys to stay in the house for 8 hours.
Can we do that?
I'd love
For a long
that.
rest.
Also,
think
I guess
that
it would
always
take
do
more than 8 hours, because if you also want to do disguise kits, we already found out that was going to be 2 hours.
Oh.
So it would have to be 10 hours
Well-
worth of time, but you guys could do that, assuming... I mean, you guys just got the knowledge. I'm not going to say yes or no, but you guys were just given knowledge that they're going to be leaving the area. So whether
But
that
the
makes you
question
feel
is,
content for
are
them.
they gonna, if they can't find any of them, find
Will they
us,
come back?
they'll
Right.
come back and start searching houses.
Well,
Don't forget, you can
obviously
take
we'd
turns.
still watching shifts too, yeah.
Right.
I would say taking turns would be more long rests, but it depends on how much you guys want to take that long rest. This is an option.
We're low on spell slots and health and
Things.
I say just take the chance and
Well, who all uses magic? Me and Corbin?
Technically, the only people who use spell slots is Kargrim and Corbin, yes.
Okay. Corbin, do you regain spell slots from short rest or no?
I don't think so. No, but I mean, I still have all charges on my staff.
Now,
So, health is more my
Okay. Well, I
concern.
can since I regained those 3 spell slots, I can do a mass heal on everybody, so which
Right.
is you restore up to 700 hit points, and I think if I did the math correctly, that just heals everybody up.
that would heal
back
everybody
to-
up, because I don't think anybody... I think only one person exceeds 100 HP, which I think would be
Me,
you.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I do too.
So I'll
Do
go
you?
ahead and do that actually just right away, because
Okay.
even if we
So,
take a
Yeah,
long
no, I
rest,
do not regain
rest?
spell slots on a short
Yeah.
rest.
now,
no,
for a long
sorry,
rest for
not-
Corbin, you do get to change your spell slots, though. You get to change your spells.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you
No,
wanted
that's
to.
where I goofed. When I leveled up, I was looking at new spells, not old ones that I could have chosen. And I was like, oh, that's a 5th level spell. I wasn't looking at 5th level. I was
Oh,
like,
no.
ooh, something new and shiny. I want to pick a new one. Not, I'm gonna pick an old level spell.
See, I was honestly expecting you to use teleportation circle, because wizards actually get a fun twist for a teleportation circle. But if you didn't figure that out, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
help you. But
but
So
yeah,
while Corbin's getting their disguise done, I'll go ahead and do mass heal so everybody regains all their health.
Sweet.
Huzzah.
thank you.
I
Have I told
As
you how
a-
much I love you?
Aw.
So then, are you guys?
Um,
So you guys aren't gonna take a long rest then, huh?
No, so just short rest.
Okay, short rest.
yeah, well, we're gonna. I mean,
For now, like we can.
Okay.
yeah,
So hit.
yeah.
Because
Yeah,
I
reset
know
your hit.
probably other people knew this, but where was his house?
Okay, so
in
his
the
house is
ring
his house
song.
is right. Oh, sorry. Let me activate my mouse. It
Here?
is right here.
Okay,
Yep,
so
You were
it's
very
in
close.
It's in the.
It's in the third
last
ward.
wing. Okay.
So these are all individual houses, and they're actually more jam packed than what I made it look like. But that's the only way I could really make the map.
Yeah,
So-
makes sense.
So the third ward is residential. Second ward is business, and center ward is specifically just for the building.
Cool.
I'm gonna go ahead and hit short rest.
Okay.
For real.
Don't forget to heal yourself for the mass heal. So, okay. So, Corbin is next by Allura.
Yep.
For now, Hal, Cargrim, and Fig, what would you like to do? Fig, are you going to stay on the door or are you going to do something else? Oh, you're muted.
I'm gonna stay on the door.
Okay. We'll keep your perception check then. Cargrim and Hal, what would you like to do?
I'll take a window. I can keep an eye on that.
Okay, there is a small little peep window. It's kind of hard to see through, but you can definitely look through. Cargrim?
He found a different pot.
After I cast that spell, I wanna talk to Corbin since he's the only other spellcaster about the fact that the building may not have exploded to see if maybe you can.
If I would know what
arcanely
would cause
know
that.
about what's going on. Yeah, like I don't. My arcane is my arcana is
You can mind meld.
abysmal.
Mind melt.
If you guys want to converse and try to figure out a scenario of how this would have happened, you both can give me an Arcana check separately.
Okay.
Okay.
16 from Cargrim,
Oh, that's not that bad.
26.
26. All right, working back and forth off of just like scenarios of you physically saw it explode.
Yeah.
You know, what happened between that, bamfing out, bamfing back. Technically, there was about 25 minutes of time that you guys did not see what happened. There's a few scenarios that you guys kind of come up with that could have affected it. Theoretically, if it was a regular magical thing, no person on this realm could do it without an enchanted item.
Right.
Everybody's powers are limited. To a building of that height, it required an enchanted item. I'd say based on your rolls, you would know 3 things. Or you would assume 3 things, but you really wouldn't know what would be. These are not in any favorable order. These are just the ideas you guys would come up with.
Mm-hmm.
One is reconstruction magic, an ability that could essentially rebuild something, but it would require probably more than one person to do it because it would also be quite difficult due to the amount of time. It probably wouldn't have been done so quickly.
Mm-hmm.
But it's possible. Being able to reforge something as like a very, very mass version of mending. Being able to throw a lot of magic into one thing and basically reverse it back to its undamaged self. 2, which you guys assumed, illusion. You find that kind of unlikely just because if it was illusion, you didn't see anything that would have been there that would have maybe casted illusion. You all kind of felt the wind from the explosion. The
Right.
feeling, the sound, it would have required a lot of magic to do, but it's not impossible. The third is chrono magic, the ability to manipulate time. Chrono mages are very rare in this realm due to the fact is that their magic is very, 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 very forbidden in many, many different circles.
Checks out.
But their power is very limited as well. Being able to manipulate a whole building in reverse time is impossible. Again, all these three scenarios would require either multiple people or a person that has a very, very, very enchanted item that that extremely enhances their power.
Yeah, which given the people that we're dealing with,
Could be.
That's probably.
I know we didn't get like a super. We kind of bamfed out right away, but did that woman with the staff look familiar to any of us, or would we
I don't
not have gotten a
remember
good
this.
enough look?
Well, so
Like-
you're technically talking to Cargrim right now. Between you two,
Yeah,
you two
did
would
she
have
look
not have
familiar to you?
recognized her.
Okay,
Granted, you didn't take enough time to really look at her.
that's
But-
fair.
Seeing everybody come in, you would have seen her. From a quick, let's say 5 seconds you put into looking at her, nothing really stood out. Other
Okay.
than her specific items. Obviously, I described her emerald staff,
Right.
the emerald energy. There would also have been a emerald circlet, a golden circlet that has an emerald jewel. It was very stand out that the energy is emerald, the staff is
Emerald.
emerald, the stone is emerald. The other
Everything's
thing
emerald.
too is that chrono magic is a green magic. That'd be the only thing you could kind of put into it.
So she may have had one of those items may have boosted her to, or she was working with someone who
Or
can.
all three.
I mean, all
Uh,
three, yes, but again, given the people that we're working with, forbidden
If-
magic and enchanted items.
If you both are thick of this, you both can give me an Arcana check again to see if you would understand how chrono magic works.
11.
You got this.
11.
27.
Okay. So back and
Yeah,
forth.
yeah.
Obviously, this is more of a wizard thing than a cleric thing. So bouncing back and forth. Chrono magic is technically for
Useful.
oneself. You don't necessarily reverse time for a whole area. You reverse time for yourself, and it only goes back a few seconds.
Mhm.
Just like any other wizard, wizards work off the power of enchanted items, books, staffs, wands. With the right item, a wizard's power is unlimited. So, but what
He
you
was
do
getting
know of
juiced.
chrono magic is that time can't be changed. You can pause it, you can rewind it,
Right.
but eventually it's going to reset itself. So if chrono magic was involved here, even if they went back X amount of minutes, it would have essentially went back to the way it was, unless they changed something.
Okay. Yeah, so forbidden magic, enchanted items, that all kind of checks out for, par for the course as to, again, who we're dealing with. Good talk, Gramps.
Fig, oh wait, we already did your perception. Fig, as you are listening into door again, things are getting quiet. You are hearing regular townsfolk now talking about, I can't believe we had those ruffians come in here and come in and destroy our holy temple. Suits them right that the soldiers are going after them. As you can just hear a bunch of people basically talking as if the only thing that they know is that probably what they were told is that you're terrorists. You came in to destroy the building and that you are the evildoers of this area. But you can tell that based off what
I mean,
everybody's
they're not
talking is the
wrong.
soldiers have left this area and
Okay.
that there is no physical description of any of you. That is
Okay.
posted anywhere that they know of. They just are basically
I-
describing as they probably assume, oh, they're probably all half-breeds. They're thinking the worst kind of thing.
Wow.
Totally going
Well,
to.
then. I was like, Corbin is half a tiefling. That kind of.
Yeah, you're
Shows
half-breed,
you.
yep.
I'm a full breed.
Ooh, I
Anyways.
feel so good about that.
So, anyways, I'm gonna just relay that information and be like, so we should probably, make our escape.
Escape. Hal, if you're looking through the small window, you can give me a perception check.
uh, 23.
23. Looking through the window. The window itself aims towards like a wide street, so it's kind of, you can't really get like an angle to like really see anything. But you do see that, you know, traffic went back. People are walking around with nice business attire. Like I mentioned to you guys when we originally went on this island, no one really walks around with weapons around here. They're not outlawed, but people are too classy to need a weapon when they're up here. So people are back up
Nice.
wearing their business attire, black tie events and whatnot. Going to operas, and it's all back to fun time as it was before the soldiers started investigating for you.
Sweet.
Alora, give me your disguise check for Corbin. 22 plus
Yeah,
6, so
that's
28.
better.
Corbin,
Oh,
you
right.
are a completely different person. Not only did she find a
You
way to
made me
change your
green from
complexion,
red?
not only did she change your complexion, but somehow she was able to hide your horns, giving you a different hairstyle. It actually gives you kind of like, it
Here we
almost
go.
lays over your horns a
I got
certain
the
way
Marge
that they're
Simpson.
hidden. And that, well, I guess your horn technically.
Horn. Yeah.
And
My nub.
was able to give you a set of clothing that doesn't have to remove your armor.
Excellent.
Upgraded my cosplay skills in a very short amount of time.
I have leveled up.
I can do
Not for Big
that.
So-
Bird, and for Corbin.
Knowing what
That's
you're knowing
cool.
and Fig saying that you guys should probably get out of there, are we going to continue giving people makeovers or are we going to leave?
You put it like that.
I have just 2 more people to do.
And I suppose you could put a mustache
We'll
on
take another
Eos.
hour.
So.
Okay.
I
so
mean,
yes, sir.
EOS, we're not going to be able to hide.
Right.
Oh,
EOS is
Yeah.
literally a
Yeah.
flaming
The bird
fire.
It could be
Fire.
Eddie Phoenix.
How-
It could be
what-
Eddie Phoenix. Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of stick out with my green skin and green sticks out a little bit. So like,
I mean, I could
Probably.
always, you know, it's gonna require on how fast we move, and I'm gonna have to concentrate. But I can always shrink one of you two and put you in my pocket.
Nah, it's fine. Pocket full
Take the
of
pocket,
sunshine.
Goblin.
no, I don't.
Don't
wanna
you look
be
at me
on
like that,
pocket.
Fig. I'm trying to come up with ideas.
And she just gave you the look like, ugh, I don't want to go in your
I
pocket.
don't want
Well, I wasn't
that.
talking to you. You can change your.
No, not me. Al gave you the look like,
Oh.
ugh, I don't want to
No.
go in your pocket.
Wanna be pocket lint.
Okay.
Should we finish with disguises and then go, or do you think we have to go right now?
I mean, there's
Could we
no
try and just
soldiers at this moment
move-
in time, but I just.
Can we just try and find another building? Also, should
Where are we
we
gonna
maybe
move?
try and send a message to Katar to let him know what's going on, or no?
We'll be fine.
Maybe.
Because I mean, you know, he
It'd be
did
a
kind of put us
courtesy.
in there, and he was supposed to bring us back. But if they're looking for, like, I don't know.
Maybe not while we're in his house. Maybe we should do it when we're not, just in case he's compromised.
Mhm.
And
True.
you don't want
Or
anybody
you could
else
just
hearing
leave him a
this.
note here.
Then somebody else might find it, and he
True.
might
That's
be
true.
compromised that way. We don't want to
Right.
do that if
That's
he
true.
actually did help us.
I can use
That's true.
sending to let him know that like we made it out safely when we leave his house if that's what we want to do.
Well,
Yeah, that's
don't
what we're
forget,
trying
you guys
to-
do have a way to communicate to him that he gave you. He gave you the earpiece.
But
The earpiece.
It's the
The
earpiece.
earpiece
Ah!
the thing we keep forgetting about. Yeah.
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 It has
Well,
2 charges. He just said
All
that
of
he
you
might not respond.
guys were during that, session. I was not there.
That was
so I
like
did
6
not.
weeks ago.
Yeah.
Those.
Forever and a day ago.
But
so,
still, we can use it when we're
what
not
do you say,
pent up
Laura?
and-
Do you want to
Ready to go?
do my disguise or do you want to
Yeah,
go?
let's just finish up with the disguises really quick, because
Okay.
Got it.
it's gonna
Okay.
be our luck that we get out there and.
All right.
people-
So you're gonna start off with the disguise for Cargrim. So for Hal, Corbin, and Fig. Fig, are you gonna stay in the door?
Yep, that's what I'm going to do because I want to make sure that we're safe.
Corbin and Hal, what would you like to do?
Is there anywhere else I can look?
The only other spot you know that would give you a lookout spot is the roof that you guys have gone up to before when you were here, which is a spot right above the bedroom.
Yeah.
But
And
that would leave us
you have
pretty
disguise,
exposed, though.
Yeah.
Not necessarily. When you guys were up on the roof before, the roof itself is not like it's flat. So going up there isn't like you're like on a regular house with an arch. So standing up on it wouldn't be like, oh, what's that weird big huge bird creature like perching up on the house, kind of like that. Like if you're not standing up in like full wind's extent, you're not gonna be
Gargoyle
seen.
style.
Oh,
Yeah.
so if I like crouch down, I can.
Yeah,
kinda
if you
check
stay
it
crouched
out.
down, you kind of keep your wings just at your side instead of fully extended. You're good.
Okay, I'm
Say,
fine.
I
I'm
don't.
fine
I
with
also
that.
don't
Corbin,
mind going to
Cargrim,
the roof. I also don't mind going to the roof since my disguise is a little bit more sound.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I was gonna
But-
say the roof is big enough because I was up there with Corbin and Alora.
And Alora.
Yeah, and you guys were fine.
And we were fine, so
Alright.
it'd be
You
big
can do
enough
it. I
to
got
bird.
a pretty kick
Mhm.
butt perception.
Corbin and Hal.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys head to the rooftop.
I also, for when we send a message to Katar, I still vote sending over the earpiece because if someone snatches that earpiece, if someone, say, found it on him, and then if someone we don't want hearing has it,
Well, he did tell
Then-
you that it was attuned to him,
okay,
Oh.
so it wouldn't send correctly if someone else has his earpiece.
okay, that's good. Just knowing our luck.
And knowing is half the battle.
All right, so for Corbin and Hal, you get to the top, and immediately your eyes are drawn. Whether or not you were going to look at the actual tower or not, the tower does grab your attention. Not only does it have the crimson orbs that naturally grab eyes, but the process you thought that was happening is truly happening. You're literally seeing the building literally is like being reconstructed in front of your eyes with this green chrono magic that's like reversing time as if the explosion is inverting itself.
Okay.
It
Well, shit.
looks like the process just finished. But
Yeah, no, Corbin's definitely looking at the tower. He wants to know what is going on.
the only thing that you notice that's different is that the storm that normally conducts electricity at the 4 pillars at the top is no longer operational.
Okay.
Something.
All that work for nothing.
And the two
Yeah.
red beacons on the side are still operational, I'm assuming?
The crimson orbs,
Yeah.
they're currently offline. They don't even have any luminescence to them anymore.
Okay. But the tower just finished.
The tower itself is back up. It's physically there. You have no idea if the explosion still like killed everyone inside or not,
Right.
but you physically see it there.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Would I know if like the reconstruction or the chrono magic that would just assemble the building? It wouldn't put everything back inside the building where it was, or would it reconstruct,
Give me another
turn back
Arcana
like
check.
everything in the building?
Give me another
or
Arcana
just-
check.
18.
18. Again, this is limited. You've never been trained in chrono magic, so it's all
Fair.
theoretical. You would know that if someone's proficient in a specific kind of magic, everything after that is limited to what it can do. So, for example, for you did something. Well, I mean, in this case, yeah, they reconstruct the building. If they reconstructed the building, the center might be still a mess. They might have just if they decide to say cast a spell, redo the building, yeah, it'll redo the furniture, but they're not bringing back people to life because it's not necromancy. So
Right. Okay.
it probably
So it's
brought the
just
building
putting-
back, but probably everyone you killed due to the explosion is probably still there, burnt to crisp.
Okay. So it's just like putting the frame together on a puzzle instead of the whole.
Yeah, essentially, yeah. The building still works. You have no idea why the building's not operational with the crimson orbs and the storm energy, but
Mhm.
the building itself is reconstructed.
Mm.
you aren't able to really see the inside, but the between the two of you, one of you can give me an investigation check with advantage if you want.
You're probably better at that than me, Hal.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I know you probably said this before, but how far away is the tower
From you
where we're
guys?
at?
So
Yeah.
each ring is roughly about 300 feet. So you
Got
guys
it,
are in
okay.
center of that ring, so 150 feet, 450 feet, then about another 100 feet, so 550 feet away from you.
Okay.
Spooky 20.
Spooky 20. So
Hey guys, I got a portal that opens 500 feet.
from this distance, you can't see the details, but you do see that the same people that you saw when you bamped out are still there.
Oh.
It's hard to see details, like all the soldiers look exactly the same. But you do see Revis. He is quite unique compared to the rest of them, since he's the only one that wears a white and gray garb due to the unique style of the colors of the ranking. White and gray is noble, blue and black is officer, red is elite. And then you see the one that stands out, which is the purple and black cloaked witch. And it looks like as soon as it's done, you see a emerald essence just start dimming down from her staff. Other than that, it looks like the process just finished as you see some people leave. What's your between Corbin and Hal? What's your sight? How long can you see? How far ahead?
I'm assuming 30 feet?
I
Where would I
don't
find
know.
that?
Yeah.
I mean, do any of you have
Your
enhanced dark
senses
vision?
sucks.
No.
No, I just have normal dark vision.
I have a passive perception of 24.
Okay, no. Okay, so you do see, like, when this finishes, like, a few people leave the building that look like soldiers, and they're carrying something. But you can't tell what it is from this distance.
Okay.
Could be his dead body.
No, they're carrying physical objects, not, like, a
Body
corpse.
parts. Of course. Okay. That's good to rule out.
Is it though?
Yes.
Fig still checking the door.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing. Just hear people now just kind of forgetting all about it. Politics are politics. They want to enjoy their day being rich and luxurious, and let's go be,
So
spending
they all
money.
need to burn in hell? Yeah. Okay.
That's what I heard.
At this point, you're probably bored by the conversations. You're pretty content knowing that if soldiers come back, they're breaking routine and
Right.
and
This
not
would
doing
be
their orders.
when I would love to have a dragon and be able to go Dakaris. You know, and
Just burn it all.
Burn it all up!
Eos could do it in a very.
Alora, do your disguise check for Cargrim, please.
Okay, and Nova got away and she is living her best wolfy life outside the city, right?
Aw. Sure.
Yes. Say yes, Joe.
We did escape with her.
Escape.
I
Because
didn't get a chance
because
to...
Nova was leaving with you.
Yeah.
So you technically, I don't know, would you guys have had Nova like?
You would have had her with. I wasn't sure if... I forgot to ask, but I wasn't sure if she... I couldn't remember
Well,
last
the
session
spell
if she
said
just
Yes.
8
kinda
willing
went
creatures.
Right.
Yeah.
So 8.
Within a
We had
circle.
enough. We had
Okay.
enough.
Yeah.
We could have kept
So if-
Wolf with
Whoa,
us.
whoa, whoa.
Within the
Oh, whoa,
circle.
whoa.
All right,
Oh,
I'll allow it.
who is
I'll
with
say
us then?
Nova bamped back out with you, so Nova's Nova's in the house with you.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
so is
Oh, well,
she... I guess my question is she now, like, with us, or is she going to dissipate or go do her own thing?
Well,
So are we including her in things,
so
or...
she's currently laying down. She's still super
No.
damaged. Okay.
Okay.
But
So she might need a
so
little rest.
Would
You
she
know-
have healed with Gramps' 700 hit point boost?
someone would have to lose some points out of it. So I would say no, since she has a natural regeneration.
Okay.
So she's kind of regaining some energy, giving herself a natural healing. She's not gonna be able to do fully on her own, but she'll kind of just mention to you that, you know, I'll stick with you as long as I can. Obviously, you were sent here from V. I'm assuming Rin, but the we need to get out of here. This whole setup is pointless. You know, they're eventually, from what I can figure out, they're eventually going to get their army together and attack Abris anytime soon. And I need to relay that information back over to my queen. Unfortunately, I I don't fly. I could naturally get there in no time flat, but based off the way that I was brought here, you know, we're pretty high off the ground. If I hope some of you have an idea of how we're gonna get off this island.
Working on it. I scratch her behind her ears.
Well, you work on it as
We'll
she
get
kind
you
of
back.
like spins around a few times and plops on the ground and curls into a little ball as you just see the glow just start
Rest.
happening when she kind of just closes her eyes, and it looks like she's naturally trying to regain some energy. As for her, it's different. She doesn't necessarily have like a full HP status. She just has like a kind of like a spell slot energy base. So she's just trying to kind of reattune to herself.
Eos would like to make weird gestures to offer a ride to Nova. To say, you can fly, you can hop on. But
Nova
Would
is
you be
Nova
able
is
to
quite
carry?
large. Yeah, Nova's quite
Yeah.
large.
Nova's like direwolf.
is he larger
Yeah,
than
Nova's direwolf
than
size.
Eos?
Nova's
Yeah.
bigger than Eos. Yeah, Nova's bigger than
Okay.
Eos. Nova
So
would
that'll be
technically,
hilarious.
even though I have her take
That
a
would be
5-foot
hilarious.
space, she is technically considered a large creature.
That's my girl.
That's
That's my
funny.
baby.
Eos is
I like to
considered
think
a
that
medium-sized
that
creature.
Yossi
Yeah,
tried.
that'd be hilarious.
Just like
Awkward justice.
Like it's
Um,
like, you know, when you're a kid and you have a dog and you decide to ride your dog, this would be like
Yes.
if a kid actually had like a Yorkie and decided to try to ride the Yorkie. It just doesn't work.
Exactly. Yep.
How did we get to this
That's-
island? Does anybody remember?
Did we get to it?
What's that?
Yeah, how did we get here? How did we get to meet up with
We came from
K-pop.
the queen, right?
the
So
queen?
the way that you
Yamfana?
were brought here to this spot was that the queen's archmage teleported you directly to this house.
Okay. And the queen, like Nova, Kargum's gonna ask Nova, like you you belong to the queen? Is that rude? Like,
I mean,
do you,
yeah, I mean,
do you work with the queen? right?
yeah, I work with her. I specifically am you can say that we're
Besties?
soulmates, V and I. It's
It is.
very complicated, but yeah, let's just say that you know, V and I, we do a lot of things together, so wherever she goes, I go. But it's kind of an interesting thing that most of you would probably not understand. But yes, I align myself with the Everest Kingdom, and I serve V and Alair Valerian.
V is not the archmage, correct?
No, V
Okay.
is the captain commander.
Okay. Cool. I would like to cast sending to
I was just
talk
thinking
to
that.
V.
I was
To
just thinking
say,
about doing the same thing.
Hey, we got your pupperoo. If you
My
could get
puppers.
the spell guy to like teleport us from the spot that he dropped us off at back to you with your puppers, I think we'll be fine.
Dear
Okay.
puppers.
Also, the kingdom's gonna be under attack.
Also,
Oh, BT dubs.
your kingdom's gonna be under attack, but I think
TLDR.
that goes over. Wait, let me make sure I didn't go over the word count.
Yeah, so
We
25. I think you're fine. I think you're good.
Yeah, okay.
All right. So
She can respond if she
Yep. So
wants. Yeah.
you're kind of like waiting, no response. Waiting,
Okay.
no response. A couple minutes later, you do hear a response. Oh, fantastic. And the building? And then go silent.
Oh, well, I can't respond.
Nope. You just gotta send
You
it
gotta
again.
send it again.
Spell slot.
I mean, I've got sending.
You
If we
do it.
need.
Just tell her it was technically destroyed.
You do it. Tell her. We did it. Chrono Magic's fucking with it though. Please send teleportation. I'm out of spell. Kargrim's out of spell slots.
Kargrim can't come to the phone right now. His phone died.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
phone died mid call, so.
Yeah, so then Corbin's gonna use sending.
New phone, who this?
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have this number saved anymore.
New send, who this?
You just messaged me. I don't.
No, it just doesn't ring a bell.
Okay, who's sending it at this
Oh,
time?
no, I
Is
do.
Corbin doing it or is Kargrim doing it?
No, I do. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I just like couldn't find the spell for a second.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll cast it again to do the reply of we blew it up, but Chrono Magic is making
What?
it
Difficult.
that we didn't. So can we talk about it in person, please?
Okay, immediately
Send
hear
hope.
response. That's terribly disappointing, but I totally understand. I will contact the Archmage immediately to have you all returned back.
Cool.
Please wait.
Cool. I'm gonna relay that to everybody.
Okay.
Now it's the
Chill.
waiting screen. Do 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 do
Mhm.
do do. Buffer
Um,
screen.
Okay.
Speaking of, can we take a bio break real quick?
Yes,
break while
we will
wait for
take
the
a
break.
10-minute break. We will be right back. Everybody stay tuned.
Yay!
Sounds like it. I don't know. Just
All right.
comment.
So we're back. All right. So
There she is.
all right. So you got the return message. There wasn't any specific time when it was going to happen. It just sounded like they're going to try to do it urgently.
Did they teleport us in here? Are we at the spot they teleported us to?
The spot they teleported to, yes, was into this
Okay.
room.
Okay, cool.
Until then, what would you guys like to do?
Well, I was finishing up on disguise kits, but I don't think we're really gonna need them anymore.
Just do it
You
for
just
the
want to
fun
get
of
your
it.
cosplay experience. You just want to
Right,
be
right.
part of the game.
Might as well.
Like I got mostly. Did I start on Cargrim yet?
Yeah, you started
You got
Yeah.
me.
It's only
me
you
and
that's
I'm
Tyler.
gonna roll for it to see how we
on. You
did.
did already. You got a
Yeah.
22.
I
And
did?
yeah. And yeah, so
Spectacular.
That was for Corgrim. Corgrim.
Cargrim's brother.
yeah, for
Talk
Cargrim.
about an identity
Yeah, and
crisis.
Cargrim got
Gee,
so out of Cargrim's, you're able to essentially turn a dwarf into what looks more like a halfling with a beard. So it looks more like the
A bigger beard
younger.
or a different colored beard?
Good.
Sure. The more of a younger complexion to it, and then you're
Oh.
able to essentially just kind of like change the build with the armor and just kind of change the size a little bit. The
Okay.
Of course.
5 minutes pass, nothing happens. 10 minutes passed, nothing happens.
Oh.
15 minutes pass, nothing happens.
Does anybody have more sending we can ask them?
Corbin, you try. Maybe they just
I'm
don't
gonna
like
start
me.
on my makeup.
Okay, you start in your makeup.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll try and send a message and just be like, so we've been waiting for like 20 minutes and we kind of would like to get out of here. Do you have an E ETA?
All right, so you send the message. Yeah, okay. So you send the message. Almost immediately you get a response. It almost sounds like maybe due to distance or due to the area that you're in, there's a little bit of a feedback into it, but you do hear a familiar voice contact you back and say, "We are sending a portal to you now, and you are able to make your way back to us."
Does the feedback like have a different like voice behind it, or
It
is
sounds
it?
like it sounds like V. It's it just like something right now is. It seems like, I mean, you could give me like a perception check or an insight check on it if you want.
Insight
Yeah.
check that shit.
Oh, whatever. She's better. There.
Oh, insight.
Whichever best for you.
23
23.
on insight.
As far as you can tell, something is effing with your magic. But your magic has been all messed up since you've got to this place.
No kidding.
Whether it's specifically your magic or maybe there's someone nearby that is having an effect on your magic or just something else, the voice you hear is V's voice.
Mm-hmm. Does it sound like genuine, like with no like trickery behind it?
You're not very familiar with V. So
That's fair.
like Corey is,
Yeah.
but
I mean,
Corbin
I'm like,
is
yeah,
not.
I am familiar with
Like-
V, but not Corbin.
Right.
Yeah.
Corbin has not had, like, I don't even think Corbin has a legitimate interaction with V other than as a group time. So Corbin would
Right.
have no idea as a baseline is if like she seems super sketch right now. You have no idea. It just maybe she's rushing and she's like, I got it. Here, portal, go. You know, kind of like that.
Does the portal appear?
Yeah, I mean, after a few seconds, you all do see a portal on one of the walls in the living area, it does have, you do see the portal actually appear there.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I am gonna let them know that there was some kind of distortion in the voice, but I'm not sure if that was my walkie-talkie dying or hers walkie-talkie dying.
Ask her what the
Okay.
name of her granddaughter is.
But there's a portal right there.
Right. So let me just pop my head through the portal. Make sure that there's not a trap on the other side.
Like, just switch
That
to
is
another
not how it
plane.
works. So
Like, I can't just
like
be like,
like it doesn't
no.
happen instantaneously. It's not like a doorway, like a window where it's like, oh,
It's
yeah, this is right. No,
it's
it's
not like Portal
No.
in the video game.
right. No,
Portal.
no. Like,
Dang, that's what I was hoping.
like there is like a 1 minute distance time, and it's because you are essentially like, it's essentially like a phone call. Even if you're next to somebody that you're calling, it still needs to go up to the satellite and drop back down. So essentially, you are still essentially going to some arcane source and then sent over to another location. So whenever you guys have used teleportation circle or anything like that, there is roughly anywhere between 10 seconds to 10 minutes worth of time of a blackness. Very similar to what
Right.
you guys did when you cast your spell where you went to the plane of existence. During
Except we
that
don't
time where you're
perceive this.
essentially loading between the spots,
Yeah,
you're essentially in a void of nothingness.
Mm-hmm.
got it. Do we perceive the nothingness when we're using a portal like we did with my spell, or is it for us like an instantaneous thing but in real time?
So as far as time wise, like for your spell, it would have been like it would have been like a minute or two to load in.
Oh, no, I'm wondering, when we pass through a portal, do we perceive that 10 minutes or so of nothingness?
You
or is it...
perceive it exactly in the same time. So if it takes you 10 minutes to
Got it,
get there,
okay.
you are standing there in that time for 10 minutes.
Got it. Okay.
Theoretically though, you would know as a cleric that portal jumping, there is reasoning for times. If you are staying in the same plane of existence as you started from, the portal shouldn't take any more than 1 minute. The amount of time it takes to take one teleportation circle or anything like that to cross the other side of the realm with base level magic is only 1 minute of time. Crossing to another realm is about 10 minutes with basic level magic. So if for some reason you're on in the circle for any more than a minute, that means you're being sent somewhere else.
Okay.
So circle appears.
Before we leave, did you want me to reestablish the mind link between all of us, or are we?
Oh, your telepathic mind link.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
How long is that going to take?
I can either spend an action or 10 minutes. Right now, since we've been begging for a portal, it'd be kind of rude for us to make them wait.
Yeah.
So, I feel like I'll just
If
use
should
the
let-
action.
Well,
Do you
yeah,
know
you'd
that
spend
for-
your spell slot to do it instead of
Right,
actually doing
spend
a
a spell
ritual.
slot instead of do a ritual, yeah.
Mhm.
So-
yeah.
Can we say that you would have been doing the ritual in the 10 minutes that we were waiting, or no?
I don't know.
No, that's backtracking.
That's
Okay,
pretty
well, then-
backtracking. I would say no at this
That's
point.
fair.
No.
Who has the earpiece and wants to let
Katar.
Katar know that we're
Ta-ta.
skadoodly bopping on out of here?
Skidoo.
The person who was
Scoop.
given the earpiece was Alora.
Okay.
Laura's like, oh, shit.
I was gonna say, I don't think I took it, but I did. Okay.
I guess I did. Let me look at my bag.
Hi, it's us. So we blew it up, but then we forgot to call you, and we got almost caught, but we didn't get caught. So we went back to your house, but you weren't here. So we're gonna leave. The tower's back up. We might be back. We're gonna try and get it again. Thanks. Bye.
Good luck.
Do you take the earpiece with you or do you leave it there?
I'm gonna take it with, cause
So that was
Take
a
it with.
spell
Laura,
slot.
Take
Or
it with.
charge.
think far enough to put
She
it
likes
away.
your
She just
trinkets.
leaves it
Okay.
where
I mean,
is.
yeah, okay. So you take it with you. All right. So, you guys are going to go through the portal then?
Yeah, and we
Sure.
all have the telepathic link.
I
Okay.
am.
All right. So, because portals naturally, if you're actually walking through a portal, not being summoned to a portal, they are only a width of 10 feet. So, what is the marching order going through the portal, just so how you appear out of the portal?
I'll be first.
Okay, Kargrim's
I'll
first.
go
Wanna do-
last. I'll go last.
Okay, Fig is last.
Me and Eos will bring up the middle.
I'll go after Gramps. And then maybe Alora and Nova together.
Yeah.
All right, so Kargrim, Corbin, Hal, Eos, Alora, Nova, and Fig. Does that sound right?
Cool. And a partridge in a pear tree.
Sounds great. All right, so
Mhm.
so as you all are watching, Kargrim walks first, and just like any other teleportation circles you guys walk through, some of you, I mean, not all of you as a group have done this together before, done this many times together before, but you all are familiar with it. First person goes in, you see them kind of like enter in a void, and then like 5 seconds later they disappear. It just happened exactly like that. Do all of you follow suit and just keep following the next person in? Okay. So
Oh yeah.
you all eventually get in there. Per usual, you are in the vat of nothingness for a little bit. Essentially, the loading time from you to get to one location to the other without physically having to go through objects in the world. You're essentially,
Mhm.
magically taking yourself from one spot moving to the other. During this time, due to things that have happened over there and things that are just happening now, I need everyone to give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh great. I love these so much.
Aha.
Oh, did we officially take a short rest?
You took a short
Very
rest, but not a long rest.
Right.
Right.
Got it.
So not good at con saves.
Nope.
So let's see.
I don't understand what's happening with my con saves.
I don't think I've gotten an over like a 7 this
Oof.
whole game on con saves.
So let's see.
Right.
Laura, you got a 6. Fig, you got a 21. Kargrim, you got
I
a
got a
5.
I got a 19.
19. Okay.
Yeah, 7.
So, so for the people that got an 18 or higher,
Yep.
Woo!
you immediately notice the same weird thing as you were landing with Kargrim's spell. The weird earthquake feeling. No one else senses this. Like, almost like, as you start noticing, you look around and you notice that the other people don't sense it. It almost feels like whatever magic is being used right now is being distorted. Like someone's trying to fuck with the magic earlier, but it was near the end point, so it didn't work. Now someone's doing it again. For a second, Corbin, a few seconds,
Oh, good.
you feel a familiar sense. A sense of someone trying to prod into your mind. You're able to
Jesus Christ,
resist.
I thought we left him.
You're able to resist and have the eye patch to your advantage. But you can feel that whatever is happening is something's either mess with the magic or the magic is getting distorted. But
Right.
only you notice this, and only Fig notices like the disturbance in the force, kind of like that, like the energy change.
Whoa.
After about a minute, Kargrim, you notice just in general, why is this taking so long?
Yeah.
couple of minutes pass, and you guys are still in the vat of nothing.
I don't like this.
Not bode well.
Okay.
I suddenly regret
Is everybody
my
in the vat
decisions.
of
Take me
nothing?
back. Take me back to the haunted house.
You
Is
all
everybody
see the
in the-
same thing. You all see what you guys saw when you're in the middle of the travel before. Nothingness. You guys aren't floating. You still walk over, air. But you don't see anything beneath you. You don't see anything above you. It's even darker than, the night sky. There's no stars. You still are able to see each other. It's not like it's dark where you require dark vision. It's just you see each other and nothing else. You do feel like you're being sent somewhere. The spell is still working. It's just taking longer. And this is the same thing that you would see while you're being sent if the spell was working.
Like a detour.
Someone's hijacking the portal.
Are
I
we
nervously scratch Nova.
technically in a plane right now, or are we in between existences?
If you
New toy.
for anybody who is proficient with Arcana, you can roll me an Arcana check regularly to see if you can understand what's happening.
I am proficient.
Oh shit! Well, that one's gone forever.
Because it has been a couple minutes, all of you would have noticed
17.
something's going on. 17?
25.
25.
25
Okay.
is what Hal got.
For the
Yeah.
for the 17, you're very focused on the trying to really, make sure that this presence doesn't peer through your head, but you're noticing that whatever's happening, he's got something to do with it. The other two people, Hal and Kargrim, you're noticing that the spell is, by all intents and purposes, working. There's absolutely nothing wrong with the spell. No one's hijacking it. No one's doing anything to it. It seems to be working to its design. Kargrim, being a cleric, you focus. Give me a religion check.
Okay.
Oh, snap.
Whoop, whoop.
Just Kargrim.
27.
27. Okay.
You special.
Beautiful. You start to really focus. Use everything that you have at your knowledge at your disposal to try to understand. The spell's working perfectly fine. No one hijacked it. So what's going on? You focus. As you decide to say, I'm just going to close my eyes because I can't see anything now anyway. Look. And you open up your eyes again, trying to use whatever power you have left in you. And you start seeing what normal mortals can't see. When you're being transported, you're in like a constant beam of light that's getting transported. You're trying to use your cleric energy to see through this light. And you're seeing you're being sent to somewhere. You start actually pulling in anything you got, and you start seeing the 9 different planes of existence. As you're leaving one, and you go to one that is just pure black. The one you know is the void. As
Okay.
whoever is summoning you there is summoning to the void.
I'm going to grab the hand of the person behind me and say,
Which is me.
"Circle up!" And
Are we
hope that
doing this
everybody else
again?
follows suit. Yeah, we're doing this
Yeah.
again.
We're doing
Yeah.
this
Seven
again.
hands.
Okay.
We're
I
gonna
was
have to
gonna say,
wait till we
Grab
hit
you.
the
Come
void,
on.
because I don't think that the spell works when you're in the interim. But
I was gonna say, I can put. Yeah, are we just gonna daisy chain this where Alora grabs onto me and then the other hand of Alora's on
well, I'm
Nova?
I'm reaching back and I grabbed your hand and I said circle up. So it's
So
on you. on
if
what
you need to
happens
circle
next,
up, you
because
technically
we're in
can't
order.
because the channel is only 10 feet wide. So you guys
Yeah,
can't
so
Okay,
circle
so
we're gonna
up.
have
then
to
we make a
chain it.
chain.
So you make a
Yeah,
chain.
we make
We're
a
gonna
chain.
make a chain, and then when we get to it,
The
when we get to
question
the
is,
void,
when we get to the void, can we actually do that? Or is it gotta stop?
we
Well, I
can't
guess if
move
you.
in the void. I don't
Well,
know.
I don't know if we can or not. I don't know.
So you're
about
kind of
the
just
void
prepping yourself for
thing.
when you get there. Is that essentially what it is?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
I want to prep it so that everybody's already holding hands, and we can hopefully make a circle by the time we hit when we get to the void. Since we'll already be linked, hopefully we can just meh, and then create a circle, and I can cast my plane shift.
I
And
like
this time,
I like
put
the.
shit
I like the.
back to the kingdom
Yep,
where
the
V
average
is
kingdom.
instead of that shithole where the tower was.
Okay.
The power of friendship.
So
I
during
like.
this
I like your
time,
little like. Your.
we're gonna use the
sound
buddy
effects.
system.
Yep.
Yeah.
Corbin,
Alright.
give me a charisma check.
Oh god. Just a
Do I have
regular
to
old
knock
check.
someone out?
Regular old check.
Good old fashioned.
Someone have to elbow. You know.
Yeah.
Blaggy here?
Yeah,
Blaggy.
because that's a 1.
Oh no! Like a natural one?
Yes, because
Oh.
my
That's
modifier
so
is
So
0.
swimmingly.
I do have
Ah.
inspiration. That is a good
You
call.
need
I'm going
two.
to.
Inspiration.
2.
That's what I have
Reroll.
left.
You need
Okay.
2 to
Use
Use
reroll.
it.
Then do
Use
it.
it.
Anything's better than a
Do
1.
it.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
14.
Oh,
Yes.
thank God.
Joe's like, I could ruin it. Aw.
God, right?
Corbin, you can feel some appearing in your head as if someone's really trying to dig into your mind. But while this is happening, since you are holding the hands of everyone, you all feel this. But also,
Fine.
you holding his hand is also helping protect him.
Aw.
Oh yeah, no, the other
And the power of
Corbin's
friendship!
other hand, like, he knows that like both his hands are kind of like one's on Gramps and then the other one's on Alora, but like his body is like in physical, like I mean you can't really see his face, but like he is in pain. Like
You just hear, all of you, like a whisper into your ears, even though you know it's going specifically for Corbin, but it's like you guys are like hijacking into like the phone call. You just hear like the whisper.
We're on the other line.
mhm.
Right. It is now time for you to see
Mom,
my
get out of
world.
Mm.
Time for
Corbin
our
just-
long plan to finally come into fruition.
Ooh.
Other
I
MF.
like that.
MF.
Mhm.
Ooh.
Corbin's just gonna start apologizing to everyone like I can't.
Cargrim's gonna. I'm just imagining Corbin's like, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Cargrim's gonna be like, shut up. We're okay.
After
We're
5
gonna be
minutes,
okay.
Okay.
and you guys got a few minutes left, you all start seeing what Cargrim saw. You start seeing this vat of nothingness now see as a portal of light as you're being charged there. Very much similar to like, you know, being very similar to like the like you're in just an energy of different rays of celestial light, but in this it's just all darkness. You now are starting to see it looking like a wind surrounding you as you're being pulled into what looks like a large planet, but you know this is a resemblance of the realm you're being sent to. The planet just looks like a black nothingness. Just like a ball of dark energy. Literally nothing there. No people, no land masses, no water. You're about a minute away as you start coming in through the actual atmosphere. As now things start to appear, floating as if the gravity is messed up in this place. You're seeing bits and pieces of like an apocalyptic, like a city post-apocalypse of everything destroyed as if a big explosion happened, floating in the air, just spinning upside down, topsy-turvy, as if up is down, left is right. There is no sense of right or wrong in this area.
Okay.
You even see where you just were, as if this is an inverted version of where you just were summoned from. The island is like upside down, broken in pieces. You see the building itself ripped apart and just floating there with the rooftop just laying down as you guys are being summoned to just the roof of this place, but is not connected to anything as you guys land on top of the rooftop.
Cool. We're circle up.
I was gonna say, does
Get
your
outta here.
paired like
Form Voltron.
swing?
Voltron.
With our powers combined, we can get the fuck home.
Everybody
That's
click
the
your
best
heels.
Power Rangers quote.
Sorry.
That's ready to get
There's no place like home. There's no place like home. There's no place like home.
All right.
Circle.
Get me out.
As-
Get me out. Get me out.
As you all circle around, Cargrim, you do exactly what you tried to do before. Everybody close your eyes like, all right, let's get the fuck out of here. Cargrim, your magic is not working.
Oh no.
That's what I figured was gonna
Corbin,
happen.
you feel the absence of your magic as well.
Aw.
Good.
There is
Yay.
no magic allowed in the void.
Good, because
Oh.
I have this is my last spell slot, so that's fine. I don't
Okay.
care.
Get out.
I
of
take
the
it that
jail
means
card.
for my staff as well. There's no.
Oh yeah, it means all magic
Cool.
is a
All
void.
Love
magic
it.
is
I mean,
gone.
it is a void.
That's fair.
It's a
So-
void
I have
of
a stick
everything.
now, guys. I have a very expensive stick.
I'm assuming Eos and probably Nova are hurting pretty bad.
Enchantment is different than magic, or no?
So, enchantment is just a way of describing something that has been a physical item being enchanted with magic.
Okay.
So, an enchantment is not. It's just the act of it happening. So,
Yes.
essentially,
okay.
it means like if your axe is enchanted with magic, it's just a basic axe at the time point. So if it was a +2, it's now just a regular +0. If it had
Oh,
fire,
so
it
my
is no,
daggers.
like
just
if
a
you were
nice
holding your
sword.
daggers in your hand, Laura, the fire and ice have now dissipated.
I
Yep.
am legit crying right now. Elle is
Nice.
just holding her two sad little daggers.
Mm-hmm.
Does
Tough.
my blessings from the gods go away? Is that technically magic, or is that now?
Technically, yes. Now,
Oh,
no one needs to
no.
unequip their stuff,
Okay.
but yeah, you guys do it down to bare minimum.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
As you guys
Um,
stand around on this platform,
Corbin wants how far? Sorry to interrupt, but
Yep.
how big is the platform?
okay, so the
Like-
platform itself is a squared off platform. So if you guys are looking at the map right now, it's essentially this on top. The platform itself is
Okay.
30 by 30, squared off. The pillars are not there, so it is a completely flat platform.
Mhm.
This is the only thing in the whole area that's floating around that seems to have a sense of control. No matter what, it's consistently staying even, as if this portion has a sense of gravity in it. It's still floating in the air, but like everything else, it's constantly hitting itself because it's just colliding in a sense of weird, no center point to its gravity. This is just kind of staying in its own nexus.
Mm-hmm. Then Corbin, like as soon as that doesn't work, he wants to take like maybe like a step and a half back, because once he realizes that his magic isn't working, he also deduces that the magic in his eye patch probably also isn't working, so he doesn't know if Soma's gonna try anything funny.
Okay.
And he doesn't want to be directly next to his friends if something goes wrong, but he also doesn't want to be close enough to the roof where he can jump off.
Okay, got it.
So, like, just like a step and a half back to where, just in case something happens.
Check yourself.
At this point, you all hear, not from the left of you, not from the right of you, not behind, not below, you guys just hear like a full surround sound of a voice. No body. Just, you can't dictate where the sound is coming from. But you all know it to be Soma. By the way, Sarah, if you're saying something, we can't hear you.
I just said spooky.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't. Yeah.
Oh, okay. At this point, while the voices are happening, every time a sound comes out, things start to fill up the area. Less void. Clouds start to appear. Rain starts to drop down. Lightning starts to show. As this person starts to talk more, things start filling up the air. It is about time for you all that you all arrived. Corbin.
Hi.
It
This is
seems
why I
that you have
stepped back,
finally gotten
guys.
to the part that I've needed you to be. You've gotten yourself ready after so much time, and we could have had our tussle earlier, but I believe that one of you had to survive out of the thousands for me to lead this exile of a place. As you still you're not able to find a location. At this point, now there are gray clouds, no sky, storms coming all over the place, lightning strikes that's actually fucking with the gravity in the air. It's actually striking panels of broken things that are floating in the gravity that's actually making things collide all over the place. But there's also like almost like a push away from the spot that you're in that makes it where no matter what happens, they can't collide with your platform. But it keeps freaking you out every time because these giant chunks of giant buildings keep flying past you. But all of a sudden, things just stop in place. Things stop charging at you. Rain stops midpoint. Several bodies start appearing on the same level as you. As all of a sudden, the floor starts illuminating with heat. First off, you see Ifrit summon himself. As you see this horned demon just pop up. Bright light appears as you hear the bells ring. As you see Fedona appear. Walking up. And then you see these bright wings show up. As you see Alazna stand in front of you. None of them say anything. But they all go around and press their hands on all of you. As they bless you all with a long rest.
Oh.
That's neat.
I will take it.
Awesome.
As their voices all time to each other, as if one person is talking between all of them. The time is now. Fates have decided that this is the moment. What you do from here on out has not been decided. Destiny is not written to this point. We can only help you, but we cannot interfere.
Okay.
Fedona comes over to Kargrim. The usual thing, kneels down, presses both her hands against your chest as you feel all of the magic return to your body. Your enchanted items return, your magic returns, but she does not give you the ability to leave this realm until the deed is done. If Ifrit comes by, just rages out this large flame that surrounds everybody as everybody's enchanted items return, as they all got their magic back.
Attackers.
Alazna goes over to the Fig and whispers something to Fig. You have my connection, but be warned. If you need my help, I will give it to you. But for my strength, it will hurt this time. As she just comes by you and kisses you on the cheek, remember, I will help you, but this time there will be a cost. As she just starts floating away as her wings flap back and takes the other two with them. As you see an image hidden behind each one of the three fates. V, Rin, and Gladlin. As you feel that even though they don't know that you're here, something tells you that they will eventually assist. And that's where we're going to end it.
I love it.
Oh,
You paused at the
yeah.
same time the music did, and I got goosebumps. Like,
So
I was like, "Oh my god!"
that is
So
actually the
cinematic.
last session we're going to have up until the IRL session.
Oh.
So to be continued.
To be
Dun, dun,
continued.
dun.
Next
Done.
session will be the continue off of this, and then it will be the battle versus Soma. You guys have a long rest. I'll
Yes.
also
Yup.
grant you
Yay,
level
I can
20.
change my spells.
So you
And
guys
we might
get
as well go to level 20.
Go to level 20. You've been
Level
blessed by the gods to
20.
go to full potential. So you have a long rest,
My
level 20.
goodness.
If you're able
can
to
do
change your spell
anything.
slots, change your spell slots. I mean, if you can change your spells if you need to.
Yes.
Kagram's like, yes.
All the magics returned back to your weapons. But but the gods forbid you to leave until the deed is done, whether you fail or succeed.
Yeah, so I'm
Right.
not gonna.
Did
keep
we
saying shit.
go past go and collect $200?
We got out of jail. It was great.
So
Yeah, Jeff.
for the next 2 weeks, we will be off because you guys did not have combat today. That was essentially the deciding factor if we were going to have a next session or not.
We
Thanks,
just
Cargo.
tried to bamf out of there all
Yep,
the time.
right.
Tried
We
our
just-
best, man.
Bamf,
So
bamf.
You did a great job.
during this battle, technically we don't look like ourselves.
No, we don't.
No, you technically don't look like yourselves, but yeah,
Who are you? You're
look
not
like
the
a
people I was
soldier.
yeah. Someone just
He's
looks at you,
"Oh,
is like,
whoops,
wait,
wrong people.
no,
Corbin looks
no,
like
go back. I don't.
Corbin.
You're not the people I
Yeah.
want.
You're not the right people.
I
So
just get headaches all the time. Okay.
for everybody's watching, we have our last session for campaign 2, September 24th at 1 p.m. Central Time. We'll all be in person together. Celeste will return for that session.
Yeah.
And some of us might cosplay. So I will be looking like Soma.
Most of us, I'm assuming.
And
I mean,
yeah.
Fig could just look like me.
So
That's
Fig
true.
could just change
That's
whatever
right
they
for
want to be.
yeah. So everybody, thank you for watching. We will see you guys on the 24th.
Also, tomorrow we're gonna do an unboxing, right?
Oh yes, tomorrow. Check out the stream. We're
Cool.
actually going to unbox our sideshow collectible of Vexel Dawn from Critical Role.
Yay, because it came in.
Oh, very
Ooh,
cool.
Cool.
I'm
Yeah.
excited.
So, all right,
Big
everybody.
statue.
See you later.
Be
Bye.